Hello loves, I'm Shah and welcome to Tarot with Love, your spiritual safe haven. In today's video, we will once again be looking at your love life in 2023. While this is a part 2, it is not so much a continuation of part 1 as it is a video in recognition that not only is 2023 a broad year, but that the nature of one's love life is too broad to fit into one video or into 3 groups. If you have watched part 1 and did not find any messages for you there, I hope that you will find messages for you in this video. If not, I hope that you may find them in part 3. Let's get into it. Group 1, the 3 of Hearts. Group 2, the 8 of Diamonds. Group 3, the 6 of Spades. I am now going to give you a moment to concentrate and meditate on which of the groups you will be choosing. Before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that this is a collective reading. It is not going to resonate with everyone, and don't force it to. Take what fits and leave behind what doesn't. And if you don't find any messages for you here, then please feel free to take a look at any of my other videos. I hope that you'll find something for you there. Okay? Hello my group 1, if you are here, it means you have chosen the 6 of Spades. Without waiting any longer, let's see what your love life has in store for you in 2023. Love life for my group 1 in 2023, please Spirit. Love life for my group 1 in 2023. Okay. Already I'm seeing a lot of positivity in your love life in 2023. A lot of good things. Okay, oh, sorry to face you. Let's just... Okay, I feel that many of you have been having a difficult time about love. With the 6 of Spades being your first card and being representative of the 6 of Swords, many of you have felt like you were fighting a losing battle of sorts, but yet you still kept fighting. You kept moving forward, moving on to the next thing, moving on to better, hoping for better, and that is going to do you so well in 2023. When we look at the 9 of Cups and the Sun, especially as they appear side by side, what we see here is not only an end to the pain that the 6 of Swords indicates for you, or the end of the struggle that the 6 of Swords indicates for you, this always trying to find this love, always going through these difficult breakups, always going through these relationships where you feel unwanted, uncared for, unloved, into a space in love or a place in your love life where you feel extremely satisfied. The wait will have been worth it. Though it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine and just perfect bliss once you have this relationship. This relationship is going to be one that activates a lot of your unhealed wounds, as we see in the moon. It's going to activate a lot of things that you need healed that you didn't even know you needed healed. Or activate a part of yourself that you never knew existed. There's this quote I like. I'm not sure exactly where it's from. I'm not exactly sure who said it. But it goes something like, It's a very famous writer talking about how when his friend died, it's not just that his friend died, it's that the part of him that only his friend could bring out died. And it's going to be like that with this person. In a way, of course, with this person, they are going to introduce you to a new part of yourself. A part of yourself you've never experienced before. Okay. 10 of Spells. Moonlight, again, this is the equivalent of the moon in the Rider-Waite deck. So the moon coming out twice for you. It really is an end to your sadness, an end to your suffering. My group 1. Okay, the 4 of Boons. The Weaver of Boons as well. The Weaver of Visions. 2 Weaver cards. How interesting. I'm just going to take a look at the book because I feel like it can explain it so much better than I can. Okay. The 4 Weaver. The 4 Weavers represent different aspects of feminine energy and power. They are the initiating spark, the muse, the catalyst, the push out the door that leads to glory. Weavers can bring forth positive qualities in others, whether through nurturing or by the judicious application of tough love. They are all witches, each a maker of magic in her own way. Unlike the Child and Seeker cards, the Weavers are full-time forest dwellers and represent a more mature understanding of its enchantments. So there, like I was saying, this person is going to just bring out a whole new side of you. And this could be, again, the positive qualities that you don't see in yourself. The positive qualities that you may have never been allowed to nurture in yourself. If your previous relationships or previous connections have always been one where you were giving more than you were receiving, or where you were forced to be very aggressive, very dominant, and that's not who you really are, then this connection, this new relationship in 2023 is going to bring out a softer side to you, a more loving side to you, a more fun side to you. And maybe you have never been allowed to have fun in a relationship before, and you will be allowed to have that fun with this person in 2023. That's so beautiful. What's this? The 10 of Spells and the 4 of Boons, which is something we see emphasized when we look at the 10 of Boons, the 10 of Spells coming out reversed. This is a card, when pulled upright, that is all about exhaustion, about pushing yourself, about doing so in a way that drains you. And coming out reversed for you, my loves, in 2023, you are letting that all go. Whether you're single for most of 2023, whether you start 23 and this relationship just comes into your life, you're going to find all of this pain and all of this burden is not attached to you anymore. A lot of you could be ending a relationship in the beginning of the year or in the end of December. And as soon as you're out of this relationship, you are going to feel a load taken off of you. I'm thinking about the Lighten Your Load card from the Spellcasting Oracle, and I feel like that's going to be the energy you are in for 2023 in your love life as a whole, not just your love life as in a relationship with other people, but how you start to really navigate your love life for yourself, and how you start to advocate for yourself, and how you start to be firmer about your boundaries in what you expect from love and what you know is best for you in love. And it's going to be so freeing. Though, when we look at the 4 of Boons, it serves as a warning to you. When you do get into this relationship, this one that makes you feel free and alive and young again and whole and makes you feel like a new person, be realistic. Be realistic about your expectations for this person. Don't hold onto them too tightly out of fear that they will leave you, that you end up chasing them away. Don't be greedy for their love, I could say. Though it's okay to be clingy and it's okay to want your person to know that you adore them, but don't take it too far, because at the end of the day, that is a defense mechanism. You are thinking, oh, all I've had before in love has just been pain, has just been sadness, has just been challenge and obstacle, and now that I have someone who loves me and who brings joy into my life, I can't let them go. And that can get really possessive really fast, really unhealthy really quickly. So just check in with yourself during this relationship and make sure that you are not going down that road. And have conversations with your partner about these things, because at the end of the day, again, with this weaver energy, they are someone who is going to want to help you with this, help you through this, help you really get to the root of this and understand why you are doing this and why you are feeling this way, and be there for you in a supportive way as well. Okay, friendship. Psychic abilities. Some of you may be Aries Venuses in this group, and I'm just thinking so because I'm currently in the process of doing predictions for the Venus signs for December, and a lot of these messages are very similar to the ones I pulled out for the Aries Venuses. So if you are an Aries Venus, or if this message just applies to you in any way, I would say again to not try to control the situation. The nature of the Aries Venus is one of wanting to, I want to say, dominate a situation. A lot of the time in love, you want to go for it. You want to reach out for it. If you want something, well, you're gonna get it. And it can be difficult. And this, I feel like, applies to a lot of Aries placements. It can be difficult when situations are out of your control. And in a relationship, when it starts to feel out of your control, especially if it's a relationship that is so different from your other relationships, you can start to look for ways to either make it so that it's something you're familiar with, or micromanage. And both of those things are only going to harm this relationship and hurt it in the long run. And it can be difficult to say, take a step back, don't be too clingy, don't be too aggressive, don't be too controlling, because that's where the Aries Venus and the Aries sign in general find safety, in knowing that you have control over the situation. And I do not think that you have that much control over this situation, and I don't think you want to have that much control over this situation, because this person, not that they have control, it's that it is rather that neither of you have control because there is no hierarchy in this relationship. Rather, you both will be and should be contributing to this relationship in equal parts. Okay. Friendship and psychic abilities. Again, this could be someone that you form a friendship with in the beginning of this year, especially if you are ending a very serious relationship in 2022, or if you have ended one this year. And next year, you may not be ready to try a new relationship just yet. Rather, you'll be focusing on friendship and your spirituality and such things, that when this relationship comes into your life, it's going to kind of be like out of nowhere. And not like in a one day you guys are friends and you felt nothing, and then they confess to you and now you have to face your feelings about them or reject them or anything. Rather, that in the friendship, do you know how many friendships kind of toe that line between romance and platonic friendship? And a lot of friendships do, when you can toe that line without really going for anything romantic with a friend. But with the two of you, it's going to feel so natural to take that next step, because the friendship will be one where they make you feel like this new person, and you make them feel like this new person as well. You bring out so many good things in each other that when one of you brings up, hey, maybe we should try something, it's going to feel natural. It's going to feel absolutely natural. New moon. The time is ripe for seeking new opportunities. Oh, okay. New moon totem here. It is an auspicious time for new beginnings. Wow. Oh. For my group 1, please, Spirit. Half to full moon, embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. Okay, so again, my loves, this is so, like, 2023 is really your year. It is really your year. A lot of you are healing from pain in past relationships, and 2023 is just going to offer you a new lease on life, new love, new friendships, new opportunities in relationships. You are going to feel completely like a new person in 2023, and by the end of 2023. Don't shy away from things out of fear. If a new relationship is blooming in your life and you start to think, what if this is going to just be like all my other relationships? You won't know until you try. And it's okay to try. And it's also okay to step away when it's not for you anymore. But don't stop yourself from living because you're afraid. You can't live a half life, my love. You need to live it in full. You need to embrace opportunity. You need to embrace change. It is the only way that you are going to be satisfied. And now I'm thinking of, I'm so sorry, but now I'm thinking of Satisfied, the Hamilton song, and it's, you know, you look like a woman who has never been satisfied, and you have never been, whatever your gender is. And again, that song is all about how she misses her chance with the man she loves, or she gives him up for her sister's happiness, and she regrets that, and she possibly regrets that for much of the rest of her life. And do you want to live with regret? Living with regret is not easy. You have to take chances now and then. You have to embrace your life. It's better to say that you were glad you did something than that you wished you had done something. take every chance as it's given to you in 2023, loves. That's all I can say, because there's so many chances coming towards you in 2023. So many new opportunities coming towards you in 2023. So much of life to live and love to experience in 2023. It's kind of like a gift, I would say, from the universe, because of how much pain you have experienced in past relationships. And I think that's something similar I said to one of the groups in part 1. The cheerful. Be cheerful. Yeah, 2023 is, like, I want to say it's your year. 2023, please, love in 2023 for my group 1. Love in 2023 for my group 1. Okay, have mercy. Be more forgiving. Be kinder to yourself and to your partner, and know that some things are out of your control. Again, last card. Sober up. Sober up. Ground yourself in the reality of your situation, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing to be grounded in the reality of your situation. When you're not grounded, you start to expect more than people are capable of giving. You start to see things that are not there in the relationship. You start to overthink and hyperfixate on things, and that's not okay for you or for your partner. It's going to be detrimental to this relationship. So in 2023, if I have a last word of advice from looking at your cards, or a final word for you, is that I'm excited for you. I really am. And it's going to be, yes, a lot of work and a strange new experience going into a relationship where you feel held, and kind of having to come to terms with the fact that you don't have to be in fight or flight mode. You can just be. You can just relax. You can just love and let yourself be loved, because you deserve to let yourself love and just be loved. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here, group 1. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you would like to book a personal reading or leave a tip for my channel, you can find my links for that down below. If you would also like to follow me on other social media, such as Twitter or Tumblr or Coffee, you can find those below as well. Thank you. Hello, my group 2. If you are here, it means you have chosen the 8 of Diamonds. Without waiting any longer, let's get into your reading about what love has in store for you in 2023. Oh, wow. Interesting energy for you, my group 2. Okay, my group 2, I tried to fix the glare that was showing up on the last card. It's still a bit there, but it's less obvious now, I hope. And I hope that it is not distracting. Okay, let's get into it. So 2023 sees you embarking on a new chapter of your life. A lot of you have just come out of school, ended your high school career, university career, or even a marriage, as we see in the Hierophant reverse. It's a structured world that you are leaving, and you're entering one that's a bit different from what you're used to. I wanted to say freer, but if you are, for example, ending university and going into a job or starting your postgraduate studies, that's not really freer, just different. It is going to be a time of change for you. And it's interesting that these cards came out before anything else about your love life came out, as if the main point of 2023 isn't your love life, but just you in a way, and your experiences in 2023. And I don't doubt that love is a part of that experience. Love life in 2023 for my group 3, please. Okay, the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay, and the Hanged Man. Many of you are holding onto a past relationship so tightly that you do not see the new love that is waiting for you in 2023. Whether for those of you who this is marriage, for some of you it may be this marriage, for others it was a dating partnership or a very serious crush that you have not allowed yourself to move on from yet. And what we see in the Tower is that you're going to be forced to move on from this a bit. Well, force may be too harsh of a word. Rather, it's going to catch up on you, or rather catch up to you, that if you want to truly be happy and truly experience love like you deserve to experience love, you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to allow yourself to be the fool, to start fresh, to be a beginner at it again, to go into a new relationship with eyes open wide and heart open to trusting someone again. And it's interesting that all of this would come up with your choice of the 8 of Diamonds, which in traditional tarot would relate to the 8 of Pentacles, a card of working hard in a way. And the reason why your love messages may not have come out right at the beginning is because you are going to thrust yourself so much into your new life, and your new life is going to be your priority. That love, when it does come into your life, is going to be unexpected. And for a lot of you, this is a distraction, because by throwing yourself into work, you don't have to think about your relationship that just ended, your marriage that just ended, or the future that's to come after you finish university or finish your postgraduate studies. And you don't have to commit to a relationship right now, because that gives you the freedom to just up and go and do anything you want, or to be available if this past person comes knocking at your door again. And that's not a way to live, my love. You can't just sit around waiting for life to happen to you. Interesting. 8 of Challenges. Seeker of Spells and 8 of Challenges. And the 8 of Challenges corresponds with the 8 of Swords in traditional tarot. The Weaver of Boons. You are trapped in a way in your own mental prison. You are holding yourself back from experiencing new love and experiencing the depths of your new life, because you are holding on so tightly to the past. Every time there is sign of a new love in your life, you pull away from it, which is very interesting. That the Seeker of Spells and the Weaver of Boons both came out in reverse. And I feel as if this is your past person and this is your future person. And this is you, caught between the two, not letting yourself see the truth or the reality of either situation. Not letting yourself see that what's done with the seeker of spells is done. Not letting yourself see the possibility of love with this weaver of wounds person. You're so caught up on what was, you're not even letting yourself consider what could be. And this is tiring to you, my group 2. Absolutely, absolutely tiring. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Again, it's just more of the same. You're blocking your own happiness, and that's not a fault to you. There's so many reasons why you could be holding onto the past. The past is safer. You know what the past could offer you because you've experienced the past already. But sometimes, like we see in the Fool, you have to take that leap of faith. You have to trust that what's coming towards you is so much better than what you have lost. 4 of Boons, 5 of Spells, and 4 of Boons, both reversed. You're scared of repeating the same mistakes that you did in the past. You're scared that if you go towards this new person, it's going to be temporary when you don't want it to be temporary. You're looking at this new person with care and admiration, but you're unsure if it's love or something else. You're unsure if it's a distraction from the pain of the past, and that's fine and valid and very mature on your part, my group 2, and I commend you for that. But how much of thinking that you're putting the other person first, or you're just seeing the reality of the situation, is coming from a place of overprotection, of overly anticipating negative outcomes? How much of this is a defense? It's stacked quite a bit, so let me remove your tarot cards so I can read your oracles for you. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please, Spirit. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Beauty. Okay. Good luck. Willpower. Okay. You find this person so beautiful in a way that you're intimidated by them, is what I feel. But you have to be strong enough to go towards them anyway. You may be thinking, this person is far too out of reach for us to ever be happy in a committed relationship, in the kind of relationship that you actually want, my love. But there is good luck in love this year for you in 2023. There is blessings in love for you in 2023. You just have to be strong enough to embrace it. And I feel like I say that all the time. I'm thinking of, there's this quote I like from this movie, Kamikaze Girls. And the main character, her name, I forget her name right now. But there's a scene where as a child, she's speaking to her mother and she says, humans are cowards in the face of happiness. You have to be brave to hold on to happiness. And I think that that is so fitting for you, Group 2, in 2023. You have to be brave. You have to have this willpower. You have to be courageous enough to say, I want happiness. I want love, and I know that this person can make me happy, and that this person can love me and be loved by me. And so I'm going to go towards them. You have to do that, group 2, in your own time, of course, when you feel ready. But how much of not feeling ready for this is just your own fear speaking through you? Okay, it is an auspicious time for new beginnings. Group 1 also got this, and I think that's just the nature of going into a new year. Every new year is a chance to start on a clean slate. This is your clean slate. Make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. Blue Moon. Now is a powerful time to set long-term goals and sow seeds for the future. Again, this really aligns with the energy we picked up in the beginning of the reading, with you starting a new chapter in your life. You're going into work, into further studies, into the dating pool once again after a long-term relationship or a marriage. It's a new life for you, basically. And now more than ever, with this new beginnings card coming out as well, kind of reflecting each other, you are at such a ripe time of your life. You have the ability now to set the intentions for what you want to do and who you want to be in 2023, and who you want to come towards you in 2023 as well. The year it's limitless for you. You are the Fool in 2023. You are embodying the Fool's energy. The Fool is a card of, actually, let me bring him back so you can see him. The Fool is our endless potential. He is your endless potential. When you are in this energy, it is a sign that you can do anything, be anything, become anyone, if you just take that leap of faith. The worst that's going to happen is that you stumble. Things don't turn out as you wished, and that's okay, because then you've learned something, because you've still experienced something. No love is wasted, no experience is wasted, no effort is wasted. It all comes back to you. It all is a part of you and a part of your life, and you can't go through life shying away from things that could hurt you because of fear that they will hurt you, when there's as big of a chance that they will fulfill you and make you happy and make you feel like you, like a better you, like a more in tuned you. 2023 offers you a clean slate, my love. What are you going to do with it? I'm going to pull quite a few Fool's Wisdom Oracle cards for you, because really, 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 I feel like that's the energy you're embodying in 2023. And that is such a wonderful energy to embody in a new year. To go into a new year as a new person, it's a wonderful thing. Always do your best. You don't have to do perfect. You don't have to do 1,000%. Do what's the best for you. Give what's the best for you, and know that the outcome is going to be beautiful for you. Call upon divine power. Again, this is really a sign that in 2023, if you're comfortable, of course. If not, discard this message. But that you are being called to really experience or really get in touch with your spirituality or your religion or whatever divine connection suits you, because that's what's really going to help you in 2023, especially as you're navigating the busyness of day-to-day life with the confusion of love. Respect the natural flow. In reverse, are you being kind to yourself in 2022? That is what the respectful asks of you. Are you treating yourself with the love and kindness that you deserve? Again, I'm thinking about the beauty card now. And yes, that could be the beauty that you find in the other person. But what about the beauty that you find in yourself? Are you looking at yourself with loving eyes? Are you seeing the beauty in yourself and in the decisions that you've made, even if those decisions haven't always had happy endings? Are you being kind to yourself about the decisions that you've made in the past? The only way you can really go forward, Group 2, in 2023 is to be kind to yourself and to give yourself grace. Get real, reversed. Live fearlessly. There is a very big difference, my loves, between looking at the reality of a situation or looking at the reality that you have imposed on the situation. Are you overthinking things? Looking at this relationship and saying it's going to fail, it's not going to work, we're too incompatible, and not giving it the chance that you want to give it, that your heart wants to give it, because you're afraid. And again, when you come out of long-term relationships, marriages, prior commitments, and to go into a new relationship with hope, it's difficult. But if you want happiness and love in 2023, you're going to have to go towards it fearlessly. You're going to have to take the chance, that leap of faith, even when it's scary, and trust that it's going to be worth it, regardless of the outcome. Okay, my Group 2, I think that this is where I will be closing your reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me or support my channel with a tip, you can find links to that in the description box below. If you would like to follow me on any other social media, you can find links to my Tumblr, Twitter, and Ko-fi in the same place. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. Hello, my Group 3. If you are here, it means you have chosen the 3 of Hearts. Without waiting any longer, let's get into what love has in store for you in 2023. Okay. It's very interesting to see the 9 of Pentacles and Strength come out, especially as the 3 of Hearts corresponds with the 3 of Cups in traditional tarot. Okay, it's a very blessed year for you, my Group 3. Very blessed year in love for you. A lot of you are expecting an engagement, and I feel like in 2023 you're going to get that. Engaged, married. It's an end this year to you feeling like you're always getting more than... It's an end to you this year feeling like you're always getting less than what you need or what you expect from a relationship. You may have been in relationships before where it seemed like you were in it for the long haul, and you were going to get engaged, and you were going to get married, and you were going to live your lives together, just for it to end. But in 2023, that's not the case for you. And you may be looking at this relationship saying, is it going to end now? Is it going to end now? Oh, yeah, he's definitely leaving now. But no, let that go. Because in 2023, your fears are going to be proven as unfounded. Completely and wholly unfounded. The Keeper of Spoons. How pleasant. For those of you who are single in 2023, I definitely see this. Actually might also be for those of you in a relationship with an older man. So either an older man is coming into your life, or the older man with whom you are in a relationship is going to make some kind of a commitment to you. Seeker of Spouse reversed. Okay, interesting. The folly is the Tower in traditional tarot. So you are in Tower energy for most of 2023. And well, if this is your person and this is you, it's this energy of waiting for the end, and trying to see signs of it coming up in your daily life and in your love life. Your person is giving you so much. Your person is giving you so much. They want to give you so much. But your experiences in love are kind of blinding you to it. And 2023 is going to ask you to see this relationship as is with open eyes, and to be open to things taking a different turn of events, not a bad turn of events. You may be projecting your own insecurities onto this relationship and onto your person. And as 2023 finds you in Tower energy, you're going to realize that that is not the way to go about this relationship. That's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for this relationship. Okay. Seven of Spells and the Wide World. For many of you, your projection of your insecurities onto this relationship could lead to you seeing it as something that it is not. Could lead to you seeing a loving relationship as something that is wholly, as something that is entirely unhealthy or entirely bad for you. Seeing only the negatives in your partner and not seeing the positives. And this is not going to be a message for everyone, because some of you are going to see that this relationship is actually unhealthy. And if it is, then this message is not for you. Please look for another group. Because I don't want to tell you to stay with this person when you know in your heart that you shouldn't. But for those of you who are projecting your own fears, your own insecurities, your own negative thoughts onto this relationship, it's going to lead to misunderstandings and arguments, and you may find yourself picking fights in this relationship because you're coming from a place of unhappiness. Actually, do I have the message wrong? Okay. Yeah. This relationship is coming to an end in 2023, and you're going to understand that it needs to come to an end in 2023 because your relationship with this person has been one. That is why the Seeker of Spells came out in reverse. Seeker of Spells is this energy, it's this person who is loud, boisterous, adventurous, and your relationship with this person has stifled that in you. They have turned you into somebody who at your core you are not. And in 2023, you are embracing the strength energy. You are strong enough to see what has gone wrong in this relationship, and strong enough to realize you need better, you deserve better, and you are strong enough to leave in 2023. And that is the Tower energy. The Tower energy next to the wild world, next to the wide world in reverse. An ending. An ending you are given no other choice but to accept. Child of Visions. Yes, your inner child has been stifled. You at your core have been stifled. Four of Visions. And for a long time you have not seen the truth of this relationship because this person is so loving. Or when they're the best, they're the best. Or when they're good, they're the best. They're always giving you affection, gifts, flowers, money. On every level, they adore you. But then when you go to the root of this relationship, if you dig just below the surface, you start to see that maybe you have no actual freedom in this relationship, or you have no actual say in this relationship, or everything you do is micromanaged by your partner, and you have become less and less and less of yourself as a person. And in 2023, it's all going to come to light for you. It may already be coming to light for some of you, but you just need that push to leave. Because you're looking at this relationship and saying, I'm not being abused, I'm not being hurt, I'm not being this, I'm not being that, so why would I leave? He gives me everything, they give me everything. But just because you're not being physically hurt doesn't mean you're not being restrained in a way, hurt in another way. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very sorry to bring these messages up out of nowhere. It's not messages I usually channel, not messages I usually would talk about in a collective space, but since I'm doing so many videos for this topic, I feel as if, well, if it has to come out, it has to come out. Let me do your oracles for you now. Love in 2023. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please, Spirit. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please, Spirit. Freedom. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please, Spirit. Spirit guide. You are so held by the divine, by your spirit guide, your spirit team. that you are not going to be abandoned when you decide to leave this person, especially if this person is providing you with some kind of home or financial support, or making it possible for you to live the kind of life you live because of their financial contributions. You may think, once I leave this person, I'm not going to have any of that. I'm going to be homeless, or I'm going to be unsupported by my community or by my family, and that's not entirely the case. Compassion. Be kinder to yourself in this time. The first instinct you have may be to think or ask yourself, how could you be so stupid or blind or foolish to allow yourself to end up in this situation where you have no other choice? And that's not good for you. There's no need for you to look at yourself and look at the situation and blame yourself, because how could you have known? Freedom awaits you. It's at your fingertips. You just have to set the plan into motion and take necessary precautions, because especially if this is someone wealthier than you and you're not going to have the same kind of services or help disposable to you as they have disposable to them, it's going to take a lot of work and effort to really get this ball rolling, but it's going to be worth it. Now is the time for focusing on finances and practical matters. If you're used to spending a lot of your money, now is the time for you to save as much as possible, to build up a small fund for, a small freedom fund. Something that can help you get out of this situation and set you up once you leave. Enough for you to buy your own home or your own apartment, to rent something, or to travel to a family member. Build as much of a fund as possible. Now is a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. Take time to relax, recharge, and replenish your inner strength. Interesting that comes on compassion, and interesting that this comes on spirit guide. Things are aligning for you. The divine is aligning for you. The universe is aligning for you. You just have to take the steps towards it. And you may already be taking the steps towards it and watching it unfold around you. And I don't know what to say except I'm rooting for you. And that I'm sorry that you found yourself in this situation. More than anything, I want to say, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, because you never could have known that this would have happened. You never could have looked at this situation and said, or looked at this person when you first started dating them and said, they're going to control every aspect of my life. You never would have known. Be grateful for how far you've come, for how far you still have to go, for how much the universe is now on your side, now that you've opened your eyes and are preparing yourself to leave. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please. And also gratitude for, I feel like gratitude is the outcome. For when you finally escape the situation, you will be grateful that you were able to leave. and in a way for that experience, because of how much it's made you you and how much it shows you your own personal strength. This year is all about strength for you, my love. Assume all duties with love in your life, with love in your heart, rather. Put yourself on the pedestal this year. Put the love for yourself above anything else this year. And understand that the more you move forward with this love for yourself, the more chance that you are going to experience blessings, have blessings coming back to you, back towards you. My word, group 3. You have been so strong for so long, and you are going to have to be strong for just a little bit longer. Let me pull a final card for you. Actually, let me pull an Archangel Oracle card for you. Archangel Bokbi, it is time to fly. Listen to your intuition. Yes, my loves, my group 3. It is time to fly, to let go, to free yourself from the situation. You've known for a long time now, and this is your confirmation. 2023 is going to be difficult for you. Be sneaky if you have to, lie if you have to, do anything you have to keep yourself safe, and make sure that when it's time for you to leave, you're ready to leave. I hope that you find somebody, or you have somebody who you trust, who could help you through all of this. Okay, my group 3. I think I'm going to close your reading here. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, or to support my channel with a tip, you can find links to that all below in the description box. If you would like to follow me on any of my social media, you can find links to my Tumblr, Twitter, and Ko-fi in the same place. Thank you for trusting me to be your reader, and I sincerely wish you all the best.